Hello, my name is Andrew Bashton. I'm a student with SDI and FTT 201, Firearms Finishing and Engraving. This week we're going to be going over how to hydro dip this stock on this Savage Rascal. First off, I want to just explain, before we're doing anything else, before unpacking our pack, this firearm is on safe. Bolt is open. I'm visually and physically inspecting the chamber. There's nothing in there. In order to relieve the bolt, you need to pull the trigger. Now our firearm is safe to work on. Now, okay, we're going to get into opening our hydro dip package. So I've already cut the tape. Alright, so we have our instructions. We have our package including our latex gloves, scrubber, scrubbing pad, and other items. We have our hydro dip color base. We have our hydro dip activator, the film activator, as well as the hydro dip matte clear coat. On top of that, we also have our hydro dip film. So, excited to get started on this. Alright, so as you can see, I've removed the two action screws, removed the action and the barrel. I've also removed the two sling swivels as well as the butt plate. Okay, those will not be getting dipped. So this leaves us with a plain yellow stock plastic. So the first step we have to do is we have to degrease this item. So the hydro dip kit comes with the easy wipes, which work as a perfectly acceptable degreaser. I like to keep some frog lube on my bench or nearby because I think it's a really good degreaser. Really helps me get in there with everything. Now what I'm going to do is taking this rag. So I have to clarify for the video purposes. It looks like this rag is dirty, but it's just stained. I actually make it a regular effort to wash all my rags, but sometimes gun oil doesn't come out. So that's what I'm left with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a liberal coating of degreaser. Obviously wearing my gloves so I don't get any of this stuff on me, right? I'm just make sure I can take everything off of there. We don't want anything left on the surface that will potentially harm the finish that we're trying to apply. We're not as worried about the interior right in here because I'm going to tape this off. Okay, but Savage usually has some stickers down here. I went and removed those. I picked this rifle up a couple days ago just for this project, so I'm hoping this can turn out alright. Maybe get it out to a client of mine or something. We'll see. Alright, now that's all degreased. Like I said, we're going to scuff it up. So we're going to use our scouring pad. And make sure we hit all the flat surfaces, so all the textured ones where this is where the hydro dip film is going to sit. Some of these cheaper plastic ones you have to be careful because you have some of these mold lines. So if we can get those off, we're going to try to. And it makes a nice smooth finish. I always like to shave my mold lines, so I'll use a razor. Again, we want a nice uniform finish, right? So those mold lines don't mess that up. Again, we want a nice uniform finish, right? So those mold lines don't mess that up. See how that works on stick? You see right there where it's starting to stick? Alright. Come on, open it. Whoops. Okay. So, now that it's done, I'll throw one more layer of degreaser across it. Alright, so I went ahead off camera and I taped off the oval. This is the only portion that I'm worried about keeping free of hydro dip, just because I'm a little, I like to focus on it, I like to have matching parts. So if I keep this down here, this says the Savage logo, this says Rascal, I can keep it a little bit markable still at that point. But the idea is that with it just being the plain plastic stock, I'm not concerned about any of this, even in the interior, getting any of the hydro dip film. So, with that being said, I am going to wipe this down one more time prior to spraying it. Okay. Be careful not to mess up the tape portion. I understand that that is still, tape. I don't want to take it off. And with this being a degreaser, I really don't want to affect that adhesive on the tape. So, but now that I've degreased it, I need to make very certain that I do not touch it with any portion of my skin, so that way I don't get any of the oils and stuff back onto the stock. Otherwise, it can affect the adhesion of the film. Okay. That's all done. Alright, let's get our base coat put on. Alright, so now we're going to get this. Okay, so now we're going to get this thing sprayed off in this base coat. So, put my fingers in here to hold it. Just keep it steady. We're using our base. It clogs up. Alright, come on, get 5 to 6 inches away. Slow, steady strokes. So now that's done, I'll throw one more layer of degreaser across it. Be careful not to touch the actual finish that we're working on. Now we let it dry. Make sure you're observing from all directions. Now we let it dry. Alright, so after some time has passed, we got this all dried up. We got our film cut. Some research that I found on the internet suggested that on top of the tape, as long as you cut, what it does is it keeps the film from bunching up, preventing air bubbles. So I went ahead and cut the outside. So here in a second we're going to go ahead and put this in. I've already hit this with a tack cloth, but just so you can see one more time. And all that oil's off. So I'm going to move this over our lid. Now, grabbing it by the corners. So I've read this is the best way to do it. Put in. I'll hydrate that film. So already I can see an error due to the tape cutting. I mean, not having the diameter tight enough, it's going to bunch there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use this space right here. So we're going to let that hydrate for a little bit while I attach a few wire leads to use as handles to my stock. Alright, so after letting it hydrate for a bit, I'm going to go ahead and spray my activator. And it is to spray so that it has a glassy appearance. About 15 inches above. Okay. So. Degrees. Pull that out. Now we have a dipped product. So, what we're going to do, so now we're going to set, so it's going to have that slimy appearance to it, and once it does, we're going to get some cool water from the sink here. We're just going to rub it off, clean it and rinse it. Now it's time to go hit it with the clear coat. So this is the final product after we've reassembled. It's nice and pretty. Put our butt plate back on, our sling studs. Our oval's nice and, you know, not done because of the tape. Again, firm and safe. Bolt back in. We cleaned and lubricated the action. This little Rascal 22 is ready to hit the showroom.